Welcome to Ad Spend Secrets. My name is Luke Smith. In this episode, we're going to be talking about qualifying leads. We're going to go through 3 specific ways, simple and easy ways to better qualify leads. It's going to be perfect for you if you're getting too many leads and they're just poor quality, or maybe you're getting a few leads and again, the quality is just not quite there and you want to be speaking to better prospects on the phone or getting more qualified forms coming to your website. So whilst there's many ways to qualify leads, there's 3 that stand out to me that are actually really easy to implement. Number 1 is the creative. It's actually really simple to use an image ad. In a lot of examples with our clients, we would use an image ad and just simply call out the target market in the actual image itself. For example, we've got a client where we're generating leads that are targeted towards principals or schools. It's pretty specific. And so what we're actually doing is we're talking about the offering, obviously, and the messaging of the ad, but the image itself, which is the thing that would get 80% of their attention on the newsfeed, specifically says for principals and leadership teams, right? So we're calling out those decision makers, and you might see a lower click-through rate, you might see higher cost per click, but at the end of the day, we're looking for lead quality. So we're finding it's bringing through more principals, more quality leads. And so that's one way you can leverage the creative and the messaging in the image itself to pull through better quality prospects. We've had actually a scenario where a client left us as an agency because we were driving them too many leads, which is a weird way to lose a client, but it does happen. And so if you're getting volume of leads, right? If you're in the scenario where you're getting way too many leads, but you don't know how to handle them on the back end, or you need to further qualify them, but what you can do is actually add additional questions. That's an easy thing to do. If you've got a form on your website, or you're using Facebook lead forms, for example, adding in 1 to 3 additional questions can help reduce the number of forms submitted. It might increase the price a bit, but at the end of the day, if volume's your problem and quality improvement is the goal, then adding some forms, making them jump through a few extra hoops can really help. A combination of different questions like a yes/no button or drop down on the website, for example, and short form manually typed forms will help there improve the quality. So just adding a few extra fields will help sort of reduce the lead volume. It will increase, as I said, the cost per lead, but it should improve the actual quality of people coming through. The other thing you can do when we're talking about improving lead quality, and again, we're just sort of keeping it top line here, but the destination of where you're sending them after they've seen your ad. So are you using a Facebook lead form, or are you sending them to a form on your website? So we found that Facebook lead forms can get volume and the quality might be a little bit lower. If you're sending them to the website, you can actually get higher quality leads just by making that pivot, purely because there's more friction, right? You're asking them to click off of Facebook, load up your website, which might take an extra couple of seconds. And then there's a form that they might see on the website. They know they're not on Facebook at that point too, because some people might be filling in those Facebook lead forms and they don't know what they're doing. We often get responses, even if we call them 5 minutes after filling in a Facebook form, and they might say, "Oh, I never did that." But we know they did because we've got the data. So either they're actually not sure what they're submitting because it's such a low friction way to get a lead, or they're obviously just not wanting any kind of follow-up call. But taking them off Facebook onto the website just adds that additional step, bit more friction. Whether or not you're adding extra forms at that point or form fields at that point, it doesn't really matter, but it could improve the quality just by changing that destination, right? And then if we look at on this same topic, where are we sending people after they click? With one client, what we've got very high volume of leads coming from Facebook as a platform, as a traffic source. And we've got lower volume coming from Google, but there's difference in quality per platform as you vary your traffic sources too. So that's a big consideration, right? So if you're sending people from Google and it's costing you more, but they're higher quality, you might want to have less form fields for people coming from Google. Whereas if you've got loads of leads coming through Facebook and they're really cheap, you might want to try and just further qualify the people coming from Facebook. So it's quite an advanced way of qualifying leads. But the way in which we're doing that is by creating a different landing page, different destination URL for each traffic source. So we might have a page that Google traffic goes to, and we might have a page that Facebook traffic goes to. And we can add, 3 to 5 additional questions on Facebook because we know we're getting good volume and we're just trying to improve that quality on Facebook. And then on the Google side, we might leave it the same and maybe potentially add one field, keep it optional. But we know the quality is good on Google, so it's more of a cost reduction opportunity, more of an ad optimization work potentially there on Google. Whereas on Facebook, we can ramp it up and just look to make people answer more questions, really get information to the business owner that would help them determine if those Facebook leads good leads or not. So a couple of quick ways there that you can qualify leads and improve the quality, maybe reduce the volume, but hopefully the close rate and the actual number of clients and customers coming through the back end increases there. So if you'd like any help with this, again, just visit simplyconverting.com /call. You can book in a call. Happy to chat and have a look at what you've got set up. And see if there's any way we can help.